no debate. First place, go play.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Humble Greatness in the building. What's happening, man? I have two very special guests with me. Who do we got in the middle?
Hey, what's cracking, man? It's your homeboy Big C, the big guy, sick and twisted, man.
Come on now. Who we got over here?
Hey, what's cracking, everybody? It's Pachuca from Sick and Twisted, the first lady in the building.
Let's get it. Hey, I'm super excited. I'm going to tell you guys right now, the Bone Thugs-n-Harmony concert was, like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, two weeks ago now already, man.
It was 2 weeks ago already.
Damn, where's this time going?
Yo, they opened up, and when I tell you it was lit, it was lit. It's easily, and I'm not saying that because they're here. It's easily one of the best, like, local artist performances I've ever seen.
I appreciate that, man.
Like, for real. And then let's talk about, because there was three of y'all, so let's talk about the other dude first.
Yeah, that's the homeboy Chucho right there, man. Shouts out to the homeboy Chucho. He's coming out hard, man. He's from Topeka, Kansas.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, he's from Top
He's
City.
not from Hutch. He's not from Salina. He's from
he was on
Capital.
Stage playing the piano with the vocoder in his mouth.
Oh, yeah. The Midwest king of talk box right there, Chucho.
Yeah, he's a beast, man. He's a true talent.
How'd you guys
he's a young
find
artist.
him?
You know, it's funny, man, because it's like we found each other.
Okay.
I won't say oddly enough, man, but you know, when God brings people together, he doesn't make mistakes, man.
Come on now. Amen.
So he was out here grinding on his own back in like 2016, 17, man.
What?
Yeah, we were at that time we were connecting with the homie Mr. Criminal, Mr. Capone.
Okay.
Big names in the Chicano rap game at the time for sure. And I seen him, I think he was like Washington, or he was already traveling, you know what I mean? He was he was somewhere like that. I think Chucho, forgive me if I said that wrong, but yeah, he was doing his own thing, and I was like, man, like how is it that, like, you know, we're out here in Kansas, Sick and Twisted, Pachuca, Big C, at the time Smoke, the homeboy Smoke too, man, and we were moving with these same individuals.
Yeah.
In Kansas, I didn't know too many people that were like really moving with these cats like
Gotcha.
us.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn it, who's this cat named Chucho? Right? So then we started throwing shows, right? In Hutch. We had just moved up here. And
what venues do you guys have in Hutch?
Man, at the time,
I really don't know.
What did we have at the time?
Well, before COVID, we had the Royals we would use quite often.
Is that a bar? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's more like a bar.
I didn't know if it was a bar, like an event center.
Yeah.
But Gary went
Smaller
ahead
venue.
and sold that during the COVID shutdowns to our buddies that own American Soul. And now DJ B-Ray has
Shout out to DJ B-Ray.
Shout out to B-Ray. Good, my boy.
Has been operating out of there pretty much, it seems like every few weeks.
Gotcha.
And he's been starting to get that crowd out again.
Yeah.
Because Hutch has been real slow about getting back out there after COVID. A lot of bar owners and venue owners that was still real, you know, a lot of them were kind of retirement age, to be honest. And so a lot of them were like, I don't want to catch the Rona because I want to live. And I totally
that was a weird time, man.
That was such a weird
that shit
time.
A weird time? I thought that was a really
like
weird
we did
period.
it like one day. Everything's cool, and then the next day you can't go outside. Like, what's the deal?
That's what I'm saying, man. I mean, talk about like real. I don't say like fright, man. I mean, it was kind of like you didn't want to touch
the
nothing.
unknown.
The unknown. Yeah, the unknown.
Yeah.
Man. And you know, even I mean, it wasn't just like the unknown of like just your day to day life. I mean, for us, it was the music. Like shit, the venues were going. No one was wanting to take those opportunities and those risks. And, you know, so during that time period, I know you had to adjust and,
absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, kind of change how you were maneuvering.
I'll tell you about that. So the thing is, rappers are hustlers. So it doesn't matter what happens to the economy. They still finna get it, how they gonna get it. So when I opened up my studio full time, it was during COVID.
See, a lot of good came from that shit.
Yeah, so for me, it was just normal, you know what I mean? But, you know, nobody had anything else to do, so everybody was just rapping.
See?
You know what I mean? So that's really what it was.
I was going to say, there was a big up in that, you know what I mean? I think more artists were coming out. I know for me, during that period of time, like, really having to push, because we were really focusing on the promo at the time, because, you know, being in this music game business, you know, we really had to, like, to touch every aspect of it. You know, I don't think these artists really have a full understanding of like the business and like the game like that, you know what I mean? So we went from like doing the promoting thing to like really having to get back to the artistry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And focusing on getting ourselves positioned to come out of COVID, you know, and you'd still be getting after it and having that drive and that hunger, you know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
absolutely.
So that COVID period was different. It was a different time for us, man. And again, the homie Chucho, he was able to do his own thing too. Like how are we going to get through COVID? How are we going to get through this
he was
weird stage?
He was from home cooking instrumentals and stuff.
Yeah.
And doing like flash sales and stuff. And I was up there watching his live feeds, eating them up like, that's my instrumental, dog. Like I would literally be commenting on his live feed like, hey, that's mine.
Yeah, the homie gets
that's
down,
mine,
man.
bro. And so, okay, Pachuco, when I'm finished cooking it up here later on this afternoon, I'm gonna send it your way. Let me know what you think.
Yep.
You want to keep it?
Yeah.
Then go ahead. I'd have the money ready, man. You know, all the money we were saving from throwing events, we were able to reinvest into the instrumentals, into distribution, into the videos, you know, the content and everything.
So that's a lot of the good shit that kind of came out of the COVID.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Was
Yeah.
like, again, we had to look at what we weren't doing, which was we didn't have a lot of visuals at that time.
Yeah.
We didn't, because we were just focused on the promo, just another element of the game, like promoting and bringing artists and providing opportunities for other artists. You know, so during that time, we took the time to like just get back to the writing. You know, got content. Now you can do the visuals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because honestly, man, for the longest period of time, I'm not ashamed to say it. You know, a lot of artists don't snap out of it, but are very naive.
Yeah.
I know early on, you know, people taking beats off of YouTube.
For sure.
Doing that shit for years.
Yeah.
I mean, years, you're losing time because you're not, you know what I mean? So again, during that period of time for us, we had to realize, get the proper tools, get the producers, get that networking.
Yeah, come on, man.
You know, that we had worked so hard for throughout the years.
Absolutely.
I think everybody came to like that same page. Like we all need each other to work.
Yeah.
You know, so more people were willing to open the studios up. Maybe more ears were opening to artists that maybe they closed that door to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like people were taking more chances with us, and so we got more songs, original beats, instrumentals, numerous producers now.
Yeah.
You know, all that came out of having to re-strategize during
Absolutely.
that weird period of time.
I understand that.
Oh yeah, exactly. And you know, and the cool part about Chucho is that he was doing like what we were doing.
Yeah.
You know, there was a bunch of shows he was, you know, lined up on that got canceled. We had events that we had, you know, invested, you know, thousands of dollars into.
Thousands of dollars.
We had to, you know, repurpose artists that we had already paid to perform at events. So then I was over here working with the city of Hutchinson.
Yeah.
And you know, partnered with the Human Relations Commission and the Art Center, and then created Hispanic Heritage Month, which they do every year now. It is a big event that is now sponsored by the only sponsor, by the way. Shout outs to Heartland Credit Union. With Heartland Credit Union that year, we had to follow the 6 foot apart, you know, rules. Able to come up with donated masks. Donated games and things like that from the rec, the Hutch Rec. Shout outs to Hutch Rec. I've been a long time volunteer with the Hutch Rec and have a great relationship with them as well.
Rapport with them.
And then of course, because of all that, we were able to give out free plates, free meals. So we were able to give out free tacos and arroz and frijoles to the entire city. Anybody that came by that day. Shout outs to Smokey 785, Karina from Salina, Kansas. We did a art display of her artwork for that event and had it outside. And then my homegirl Kimberly, president of the housing authority out there in Salina, Kansas, she came out and was doing voter registration there at the event. And so with that, we started that small little event that was just there in the park, free for everybody.
During that COVID time, you know what I'm saying?
During COVID, that is now a massive event that has the entire city out with hundreds of people, vendors from anywhere from Our Lady of Guadalupe Church to Los Mariachis and multiple food vendors that come out every year. Lots of great musicians they bring from all over the country that they pay. Heartland Credit Union is still one of the major sponsors of the Hispanic Heritage. Shout outs to Bricktown Committee.
Yes,
my cousin Jesse
committee.
Juma that helped me band together because see they control national night. They throw national night out every year.
Okay.
Which invites the police and the fire departments out to mingle and get to know the members of the community.
Yeah.
And so we partnered to save
event.
their event from COVID.
Oh, wow.
We partnered and threw our events together. So now our committees has grown to like over 30 people. We have a mass email list and everything, and it grows every year.
If you
and
don't
we
have
help
an email
each other
list,
with both
get
of
an email
those.
list, guys. It's
Email list is vital. People
It's vital out here, man.
People like
It's really, really, really slept
especially
on.
like let me say this: the new generation.
Yes,
They
yes.
don't
Yeah.
understand like
don't-
the power of
The
an
power of email,
list.
dog. And I think emails are bigger now than they ever have been. I mean, email's always been a thing, but
Yeah.
you know.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
going directly to
but-
your cell phone nowadays.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
bam, a new drop. Got new video, got new single, new something. It's email. You got bam, real quick, just simple, man.
Yeah, it's vital, man. I'm
it's
telling
vital
you.
out here.
If you're trying to build something,
Yes.
hey, get an email list.
Oh
It's a
yeah.
good way to be in contact with people, man. Yeah, you got Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got Instagram.
Well, because once you start traveling everywhere, there's no way that you're gonna see those people all the time.
Exactly.
But you can always literally like get an email. You could just click like, "Hey, this is who I wanted to go to," and
Yes.
all the names pop up. Send. It's
Yes,
so easy.
man, and just being organized with it, man. So again, have something with all your contacts in
Yup.
your email. So all you do is type up, drag whatever you need over, and then just click all,
That's
man.
it.
Send that shit off, man.
Boom.
It's simple shit that really, again, like I said, I know what it's like to be naive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, and not really.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to learn out here, man. So take these notes down. You know what I'm saying? What we kicking out here? Cause,
Oh yeah.
I know the homeboy here, man. He's been at it too. He knows what's up. He knows what's cracking. and
I've been
how-
doing it for a little bit.
how to get it kicked
Oh yeah.
kicked off out here.
If COVID never would have happened, if we wouldn't have had the courage to go ahead and be like, you know what, we're reaching out to the city.
Yeah,
Come
I'm
on,
reaching out
man.
to the city government
Exactly.
and pulling them
Yes.
into what the hip hop industry is all about.
Yeah, like we're not scary out here. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I know we look thuggish. I know we present ourselves certain ways because that's how we were raised. We are who we are.
Mm-hmm.
We look the way we look. But man, when you get to know Big C, get to know Pachuca, get to know Angelo here, everybody, man, like as individuals, as people, we're about our business. We're about our, we want to make everything big, as big
Yeah.
as we can make it, and do it the legit right way. And unfortunately, there's avenues that you do have to go through. Again, that's where the naiveness has to go out the window. You know, what I'm
For
saying? You
sure.
got to learn.
Yeah.
And so, like she was saying, like having to get city permits and getting the things that
That's a headache.
it's a headache. It is a headache.
I know
man.
how it is,
You
man.
know,
doing
man.
Doing them shows in the city, got to
Yes.
get permits and
Permits, and if
It's
you
a
want to get
lot,
funding
man.
again, because for years and years, I mean, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, man. This ain't bragging; it's just facts. That we spend on venues, or we spend on fucking
Oh yeah.
I tell
paying
people
our
that
DJs and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it just
all the
This-
time.
The safety
free.
of the people that we're in charge of for that night.
Yeah.
Nobody thinks about, okay, well, there's 300 people in this venue, 300 plus people. Who's liable for if something happens to
Yeah.
them? That the people who are throwing the event. That's
Yeah,
who.
absolutely.
And so, like we always took our job seriously. Protecting people. There were certain times where we had 5-6 plus security
Yeah.
guards that we had to pay.
Yep, you got to pay them.
Each
Pay
one of them.
hourly.
Yeah.
handsomely too.
Handsomely,
Yeah,
man.
very handsome.
And
Yeah,
especially they
you
do a
have
good
to.
job, man. Like
Yeah.
it's righteous to pay them for that work. So you
Yeah.
have them coming back again. It's networking, man.
Yeah.
It's all intertwined.
I constantly tell artists that. I'm like, man, you got to pay for the venue.
You got to pay for it, man.
You got to pay for the security. You got to pay the DJ.
Yep.
I even got to pay the bartender if the bartender doesn't make enough.
Oh, that's a
You know what I'm
first.
saying?
No
Yeah.
shit.
If the bartender don't make enough, they're gonna,
Damn.
hey, come on, man.
yeah.
You just got to make sure everybody's happy, and then at the
That is
door,
true.
you
That's
know what I'm
very
saying?
true.
You gotta
good
pay your
business.
door person and
Yeah.
the securities that's just up at the door itself. It's a lot. So
A lot, man. It's a lot that
there might be a lot of people there, but $10 times a lot of people that goes away real quick once you pay
real
for
quick,
everything.
man. Real
Oh
quick.
yeah.
And we're rolling the
Exactly.
dice and taking the risks every time we throw an event, man. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Because they're going to be
yeah.
like, oh, yeah, that was a Sick and Twisted concert.
Yep.
That's exactly what it's going to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But the beautiful thing is that over the years, because we did all that, we built that relationship with the
Right.
venue
Yep.
owners. So now it's like, like we were getting people were being scared, right? So we were having to pay for like extra security because
Yeah.
this is the Midwest. So people were being like, oh, this is a rap concert. Okay, you guys have to have extra security. So that means you guys have to pay more. Okay, whatever. We're willing to do that. Once we were able to do that, after one concert, the venue owners will be like, shake your hand and be like, you guys are professionals.
Yeah.
You guys know what
Yeah,
you're doing.
yeah.
You guys
You heard it
are.
from
That's a
her.
great
You heard it from
feeling.
her mouth.
Yeah.
Exactly.
great-
Yeah,
Great
you
feeling.
guys are veterans. You guys know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You are more than welcome to come back anytime.
Mm-hmm.
Don't expect to have to pay for nothing. Just pay for security for the night. You got the door. We got the liquor. Let's go.
That's awesome.
And some
Yeah.
people would
Hit the
also
ground
be
running.
like, "Hey, we just need 20% of the door, and you're good to go for the night or whatever." As time went by, that investment was invaluable because
That investment.
the
Come on, that's
investment
the
that
key
we
word.
made in ourselves, the thousands of dollars over the years that created that reputation that we have today,
That's right.
where people understand, like, okay, if we're hiring them to work an event, they know they're going to be paid well. Their families are going to be taken care of.
Yes.
They know that if we're throwing an event, that their families are safe, that they can bring their kids to an all
Yeah,
ages show,
absolutely.
and they are going to come home feeling blessed, happy, full stomachs and all. Like, they're gonna have a good time. They're not gonna feel any sort of fear at all, period,
Yeah.
during that event. And we were able to do that with people who were active gang members and everything in shows. We were able to do that, and that was because we have our own knowledge of the streets.
Yes.
Obviously,
Yes.
we have our
The
own knowledge,
respect,
so we
you know what
know how to do business with individuals like that and keep them happy. But we also know how to keep everybody else safe too, and we can see the triggers and see what facial expressions, all that
Yeah.
stuff, and be able to keep the crowd happy at all times, to keep all that stuff out of the way. A lot of it is just being aware of your surroundings and being to preventable, especially now that things are going so rough here in Wichita with all of the shootings and everything. We've had some events that we've performed at here over the past year, and even some video shoots. We were doing a Christian video shoot, actually.
Who was you guys with?
We were with Mark the Hammer.
Yeah, with Mark the
absolutely.
Hammer.
Shout
yeah,
out to Mark the Hammer.
Shout out to
Mark
Mark
the
the
Hammer.
Hammer
Yes, sir.
and
Yes, sir.
Hope from the Hood, because Benny was there as well.
Shout out to Benny.
And
What up, Benny?
yeah, we and Alley Boxing Gym. They were the hosts of the location that day for the video shoot.
Seven.
But and Seven was there in the building that
Oh, yeah,
day.
I know what video you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Out
yeah.
the gutter.
Yeah.
But when we went,
Shout out to Manny Santos.
Yeah.
Yes,
shout out to
Manny.
Manny.
Manny
Yeah,
is
yeah.
an awesome videographer,
Yeah.
and
Shot
you'll
one of our
see
videos.
a lot of his artwork by tuning into our YouTube channel and watching our music videos, because Manny is
Man,
Manny's
telling you,
done a
man,
great
I said
job.
Manny's cold.
I see
man.
a
He's
lot. I
dope.
see a lot of videographers out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of people out here working. Shouts out to everybody out here gritting it out and grinding, man. We see
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys. But Manny De Los Santos, man, I put that man
He's
up.
amazing, bro.
Yeah.
I'll put that man up against
Yeah,
a
he's
lot
amazing,
of
man.
a lot of people,
Yeah.
man.
Absolutely.
But we about got shot up that day.
What happened,
Oh,
man?
man.
What's the deal?
We
I don't know anything
up
about
that
this story.
day,
I know
man.
everybody involved, but I'd never heard this story. So
Yeah.
what's going?
That was crazy.
We were just shooting some scenes for that video.
Yeah.
And the owner of the boxing gym kind of let them tag up. You know
Okay,
what I mean?
yeah.
Put out the gutter, and then the homies tagged up their old neighborhoods and stuff like that, because it was a violence prevention video
For sure.
for the city of Wichita. And
somebody wasn't having it.
Yeah,
No.
it was on the side of town that we were in or on. You know what I'm saying? It's active neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? So they just seen people tagging the walls up. They seen people wearing different colors and stuff like that because it was part of the theme.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because the video was just based around again people who changed their lives. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Okay.
Who's just again is just just chose to go a better way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
And so during that, we were shooting a scene, and somebody had rolled up and had noticed it and got out the ride. Was like, "What's up?" You know what I'm saying? Like really,
Yep.
really was ready to check anybody. You know
Piece
what I'm
ready
saying?
in the pocket. You could see it. It was
wow.
heavy. He was wearing sweats.
Yeah,
it was very noticeable that there was a piece in the pocket.
I was
bro.
kind of like towards the back. You know what I'm saying? Is because it kind of happened off in the distance. But a couple homies that were there kind of knew the individual, I think.
Yeah.
And it was like, hey man, nah, it's this is what's
Yeah.
going on. And it was,
Yeah.
and so that squashed it real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he was just saying, hey, like.
They confronted him.
You need
let
to
him
realize
know.
where you're,
Yeah.
Yeah.
where you guys are at, and a lot of people did. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But it's
They were like, "This is for Jesus, homie." Like, it's like, "What are you
Yeah,
claiming?" We're claiming Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we ain't even
first
on
thing
that
the
type
Holy
of
Spirit-
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
we ain't got time for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Got too much work too much God's work to do out here. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's
That video turned out fire.
man. It
Yeah.
did.
I mean, they
It-
always do. But
Man,
Yeah.
No, it turned out great, my boy.
Yeah,
we
that was
appreciate you guys, man.
an
Appreciate
amazing job. Everybody that was on that track did amazing. Their lyrics were inspirational.
Mm-hmm.
Each one of their styles was completely different than the other. Their delivery was flawless, and they just brought so much passion too. To the song was just passionate from beginning to end.
Yeah.
There wasn't a single person that was a part of that putting that song together that didn't have the passion there. It was
Testimonies
wasn't lacking or whatever. And then for me, I just enjoyed being in the music video. I didn't perform in that song. It was just Big C, but I enjoyed being a part of the video itself and bringing it to life and bringing that aspect to it where because a lot of people, and I normally am a lot of the times the only female
Yeah.
around, and it always like that was like that growing up too. Growing with the homies, I'd be with Big C and Smoke, cruising with a couple other homeboys or whatever. I was always normally like the only chick there, unless my sister tagged along for some reason or another. If my sister tagged along, that meant we meant business, because my sister, saying like, I love you, sis. I love you, Anna.
she about that life.
Yeah, she just like,
Okay.
It's getting further away now, man.
Someone's getting dragged out in the middle of the street, and it's getting handled.
Tell you, man.
if that was the
I'm gonna
case.
tell you this. You
Lots-
always need those
lots
people.
change, you know what I'm
You
saying?
always
Yeah.
need those people with you, though. I don't care, man. You always need like those one or two homies that are just like, hey,
Oh yeah,
we got it. No matter what we on.
right or
Yeah.
wrong,
Yeah.
right or wrong. They'll ride for you, and if you're wrong, they'll
I
tell you
don't care if
afterwards.
she was right. I'm still going. I'm
Yeah.
still going after. If she was wrong, I don't care. But it was always like that. So like to be able to be that person to really bring that together and represent that small. That smaller percentage of the street population of females out there that are holding it down for their neighborhood. It was an honor, to be honest, for me to be able to be a part of that, to bring that into the video. And it's actually been an honor for me, like in general, as a female in this industry, to be able to bring that. I remember when we first started, it was like, okay, for me, I was always a creased Dickies wearer,
Yeah.
because my brother right here wouldn't let me leave the house without being creased properly.
You representing the family.
You see how I walked in today, man.
Yeah, you representing the family.
Yeah.
It's true, man. People, as soon as you walk in the room, man, that's what I tell everybody, man. It's again, greeting, eye contact, man, body language. It's all It's that's all basic shit, but it's a lot of the shit that these kids and just people these days don't get. You know? So I was really big on that with my sister in the early days. You know what I mean? It's just like, no matter what, man, you know, you walk in a room,
it's a different level of respect.
Yeah, respect.
Yeah,
man. You got to look good too, man. You looking all, you know, it is what it is, man. People do judge you off of how you look and like what you wear.
Yeah,
unfortunately, and when you walk in a room and you look nice, you look sharp. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like when you have a business suit on.
Yeah,
you get a different type of respect when you walk in the room when you're wearing a suit.
For sure.
I mean, so it's little things like that, man. So I always instilled that in her, and that carries even to today.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Even with she does a lot of our business calls. She does response to the emails a lot of the time, the phone calls, stuff like that. You know, like that early kind of help and instill that a little bit early on with my sister. Man, it's carried over to be able to know how to talk to men. You know, artists, you know what I'm saying, who, you know, it's different, you know what I mean? They see her, but also see her as something else too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But she's a business woman, but she carries herself.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
As a female, I deal with, like, believe it or not, there's a very small percentage of people that hit me up about business and then start hitting on me. It's very rare. And a lot of the guys I've dated in the past or whatever, they've had a hard time believing that or understanding that. But it really is very rare. And the reason for that is because of the way I carry myself.
Absolutely.
Yes.
The way I market myself as an artist and as a businesswoman. That's why. Because it's very intimidating for people to want to overstep that boundary because they don't want to mess up whatever y'all business got going connection on. That we have going on. They don't want to mess that up.
Especially if again, like people's time is valuable, you know. So we pay, man, everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, for their time. You know what I'm saying? So
oh yeah, exactly. And you know, and we
don't want to mess the business
I've
up,
learned how to put together our contracts in a way that is easily understandable, not too much legal jargon, short and to the point, and you know, and had learned how to negotiate well, because when we were growing up on the streets and everything, we had to, you know, eventually orchestrate treaties and stuff. You know, because of the loss of lives, you know what I'm saying, on both sides, and have been able to advocate for the Hispanic community and just the gang community in general, and not, and you know, and being able to like talk to the city councils in Salina, Kansas, where we're from, be able to, you know, hit up the paper and be like, hey man, what you published was a lie.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, my homie didn't die because of what you're saying. That's BS. You know, we got to clear the air on that. And I was never afraid to do that from 16 years old and up. But that's because, you know, like I said, my big brother over here, Big C, and then my grandparents, being civil rights advocates as they were, you know what I'm saying? They were just like, no, like when you feel it in your heart and you can create a divisive plan up here logically in your heart, you speak on that. You don't not speak on it. And you talk to who you need to talk to. It don't matter. So I was, you know, a teenager doing that.
Yeah, she was already into the politics.
Yeah, we were.
You know what I mean?
We were taken to the streets doing school walkouts.
Yep.
We were, you know,
passed the Dream Act. You know?
Yeah, yeah,
That's
exactly.
Awesome. Always had that mentality, man. You know what I'm saying? Like just to use, because at that time we were still doing music.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, we were City of Salina, man. We were marching for the Dream Act to help them pass that act. And you know, we didn't have a great turnout, man. But this is kind of how our career has been. Is you just keep showing up. You know
That's it, man.
Yep.
You just keep showing up. You stick the course. Like, and we marched down Santa Fe Street. It's like the main street in Salina. We marched from, and we had police escorts. And we just had a couple of close family members who showed up for it. You know what I'm saying? You only do so much. And we marched with the vocal or the big old Vodafone, whatever it's called.
The big old megaphone.
Yeah, megaphone.
Yeah, the megaphone. And we're marching out there, man. And
that's a statement, bro.
It's a statement, man.
Absolutely.
And the city slide, I know they remember that shit. People remember that shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
And even again to this day, like we did in February, man. We passed that proclamation here in the city of Wichita.
Oh yeah. The
Lily Wu, she signed off on it. It was for Mental Health Awareness Day. I think what was that?
every February 28th is now Wichita and Sedgwick County, because both the county commission and the city commission both passed proclamations that were presented by Mr. Jason Platter. Shout out Jason, my bestie.
Platter.
And that we approved, that we read over and everything, and we're a part of drafting with Jason. So that, every year until the end of time, February 28th is now Wichita and Sedgwick County's Mental Health Awareness Day.
And again, we're not even from the city of Wichita.
I know,
either.
that's what when you said that, that's the first thing that just hit my head. I'm like, man, I'm not even from
yeah, man.
making that happen.
We're trying to get something going like that too in Topeka. It's got some attention from a lot of people because we threw it at the Wichita Forum.
Okay.
And that was our first time ever being at the Wichita Forum, but the event turned out amazing. We had, ex-basketball players, semi-pro players from Wichita.
The sports forum over the big old gym.
The big old with like the
it's like an arena.
Gyms. It has
a lot going on
compared to what I see in my city right now. Yeah, it's definitely big. So we threw that event. It was a success. We raised money for
that's awesome.
Some charities and stuff like that, and got that proclamation passed and signed and took pictures. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
But again, just the whole music, man. Like it's even since COVID, again, like
it's more than music.
It is.
It's become more than that. Yeah.
It's like a community that y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because at a certain point in time, man, like you just got sick and tired of that door being shut in our face.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Trust me,
because we believe so wholeheartedly in what we do and how we maneuver. And, when it becomes a vision, like we truly believe that we can make this thing manifest.
Yeah.
And with pure intentions, it always ends up happening for us. Mm-hmm. But it's just a trip, man.
We got blocked from sponsorships from businesses and everything.
Constantly. For people pulling out, like
at the last minute.
At the last minute.
No,
they'll say thousands of dollars or whatever that they had
till the day of.
Or like they finally got to like taking it serious the day before, and maybe looked up a video or who you were, they were
or heard
underlining
a rumor
with you, or something like that,
heard a rumor, or somebody made a phone call.
Somebody made a comment, had put their opinion in, and they pulled that funding.
Yeah,
so it's like, man, we had to re-strategize too. It's like monetizing your shit too. It's like
correct.
You either you make it for everybody, or it only sits on the shelf.
Yeah,
so it's like, again, just re-strategizing, like how do we get like the city get I won't say get in their pockets, but get our vision to them, like
to match theirs,
to match like, and how can we help each other out? So again, it's just consistent grinding, consistent acting on what you're trying, like, manifest it.
Yeah.
Like just act on it. Don't
shaking
hold
the
yourself back.
stigmas and everything behind hip hop music, behind.
Let the blessings come. By acting.
Exactly.
Jump on it.
Exactly. There's and being in the Midwest, we all deal with those stereotypes and everything, because like, most people out here, don't matter if you're, white, black, or brown, or Asian, like everybody has heard country music.
For sure.
And they have at least one or two songs that they vibe to or whatever. And those kind of events are just like accepted almost everywhere. It's like you could just walk in with a guitar and be like, "Hey, can I just start playing in here?" to a venue owner, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Let's go."
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, but if I walked in with some DJ equipment or a mini PA and was like, "Hey, I wanna spit some bars for you guys real quick," to be like, "Hold Hold up. Are you gang affiliated? Are we gonna have to worry about anybody shooting anyone in here today? And we were able to kind of shake a lot of that now.
Yeah.
So there's just so much more going on in the city of Hutch now. There's more rappers coming out of the city now. People that we've been able to work with in the past, like LSP. Shout out to LSP.
Shout out to LSP, man. That's a little homie right there.
Yeah, that we've had in the
Doing his thing.
studio.
He's
Just rap
And he's
night.
a grinder, man. He's good. Shouts out to
Freestyling.
you.
Yeah, having fun, getting to know and being a part of their journeys. Just being a support system there. If he had any questions, I was there to answer them. And then being able to partner with people like DJ B-Ray.
Shout out to B-Ray.
B-Ray and DJ3 have been kind of almost house DJs for Sick and Twisted, because they're
awesome.
they're like go-to family.
Both of them were there at the Bone Thugs concert.
Both
For y'all's performance.
you see the smile on their faces. You know what I'm saying? Because again, they were DJing for us in those hard times.
Yeah.
Those I want to say 2016 through COVID to currently.
Yeah.
And I've seen them, DJ3, B-Ray, all grind just as hard as we've been grinding.
Yeah.
To get into their doors to where they're DJing at, and where their opportunities are and their blessings are at. I've seen everybody, dog. I'm like a Kansas historian when it comes to this music shit. A lot of people don't know that, man, but like Chris Barnett, and when he's like, you know me.
Let me say this
at the
story
Bone
real
Thugs
quick.
show.
We're at the Bone Thugs show at the Cotillion, and he's really he knows names. You know names really well, and you follow people really well.
I do.
A lot of people, they're like, man, I really don't know who that was. I think I do. Nah, he knows.
I know,
so
dog.
we see Chris Barnett. Shout out Chris Barnett.
Shout out
He's
to the homies,
walking
lyricists.
through. He's like, man, bro, you dope. Da, da, da. And Chris Barnett's looking at me like, bro, do I know this dude? And I was like, nah, Chris, he knows you for real. He ain't trying to. I didn't tell him nothing.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
No, in real time, man. He was like, damn, that's an honor, man. Yeah, he's like, because I was actually gonna tell you that I liked you guys' show and shit. It was like, giving the homies flowers, man. And I was ready to give it to him when I seen him walk through the door.
He's talented.
I seen the homie walking through. I was like, hey, man, I remember the SK Cypher, dog. I remember those bars.
His face was like, wow.
Legit.
He was blown away.
Yeah, man. I remember telling you I was gonna send the show Cash, and shouts out to Cash Holliston, man. He actually had messaged me. He's like, yo, congrats on the show, fam. You know what I mean? And that means a lot, man, because coming from the city of Salina, man, Cash is a big staple out there.
He is, absolutely.
And even back then, the Blue Goat days and 2009, 10, he really, we were hungry and we didn't know where to start, and Cash was really one of the first ones who was
Cash got me on that
Blue
Goat back in the day.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now even you, I remember discovering you through Cash.
Man, that's so wild.
Yeah, 2009, 10.
Yes.
Man, so
a legend.
So what's
in
the
the
next
game.
thing for 2025? What does that look like for you guys?
Man, 2025 is we're starting to book already.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it, man. We've come in good partnerships, man, with the Juarez Card Club out of Kansas City, Tumbados Card Club out of, I think, Emporia.
Yeah, and the Viejitos Card Club out of Kansas City, Missouri.
Topeka Card Clubs as well, man. The lowrider scene is just amping up, man. It's always been a thing, awesome, man. But to see how excited these Card Club members are for the future of lowriding, man, is because we get the front seats with the homies, and it's just I see how excited they are, and their numbers are starting to get up too. And they're looking to do more events. You know what I'm saying? Which means more opportunities.
Yes.
For artists like Sick and Twisted, Big C, Chucho, and Pachuca and shit like that. And, so, these past, 2 years, man, they've been kind of throwing their shows and intertwining acts, performers.
Gotcha.
Other than, the dancers and stuff like that, and mariachis and stuff like that. But, implementing, other Chicano artists or stuff like that, man. And so going to 2025, they're already mapping out their stuff. So we got some shows we'll be doing with those card clubs at their events in Kansas City, Topeka, Emporia. But yeah, we got some new music videos coming out. In January. I got 3 new tracks coming out as well.
We sure do.
Just working, man. Just continuing to do what we've been doing, but just really amping it up.
Wrapping up long overdue projects. We are perfectionists, but luckily we have a great team of people now, like Jason Cave from Beat Hogs.
Beat Hogs out of
from
Loveland,
Beat Hogs,
Colorado,
yes,
man.
out of Loveland, and people like Chucho. Our camp is
No Face Studios out of Topeka.
yeah, No Face. Diverse Avenue,
Diverse Avenue,
and Topeka and everything, that are easy to be like, okay, I could send off a track that's been mastered. I just want to know, is there any small tweaking or anything like that needs to be made? And once the homies are like, oh no, that's fire. Like it sounds perfect.
You're good. You know what I'm saying?
You're good to go.
Because you know how it is, man. When you got a hot track or something that's just fresh off the press, man, and like, you're not putting it out yet, but like you trust to go to like your closest people.
Yeah,
you want to get that response from them. Like if they fucking with it, or if they just ain't gonna say nothing, then they ain't fucking with it. Type of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's good to have like the producers who like believe in what you do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like pouring into you as an artist. Like,
For sure.
Like, bro, you're fire, so let me do this fire beat for you real quick.
Yeah.
I liked how you wrote it. I'm gonna build this around your delivery.
Yeah.
And shit like that. Producers, again, talented artists like Chucho, man. Again, the people who are within arm's reach. I think it's really important to have who's gonna keep it honest with you. You know what I mean? If it could be better, it could be better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
for sure.
you want those people that their opinions really, really do hold weight.
Yeah,
with
absolutely.
you, on how you're gonna push this album, this track, this video.
Oh yeah, and
It's key. It's key. Now that we got the right people around us who we could call, really send a message to, who we talk to on the daily, man, things have been really easy.
Good.
Yeah. And the necessary equipment upgrades were made.
Yeah.
Say that again. Say
The
that again.
necessary equipment upgrades.
Upgrades, all that stuff.
Yes.
Man, the thing about it is this, and I tell people this all the time: technology doesn't stop.
It doesn't.
So the perfect example is if the three of us walk into Best Buy and we buy that 85-inch TV, $5,000, and that's all. As soon as we buy it and walk out, they coming in the back with something.
with
something
something even
new.
better. It's just like the Maddens, man. It's like it's hard to keep up with it, man. I'm still playing 2022.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
it's just how it
23.
is.
Yeah.
NBA
Technology
2K
does
and
not
shit.
sleep, man.
Nope.
It doesn't, man. So that's
does
again,
Not.
if I could push anything, it's just don't be naive, man. You know what I'm saying? Like don't
And buy it if you need it.
buy it if you need it, man.
If you need it to get to the next level, spend the money. I don't care how much it is.
Spend
Nope.
it. Spend it.
No,
Spend it.
because an investment in yourself is never an investment wasted.
Come
Ever.
on, say that again.
An investment in yourself is an investment that is never wasted.
It's powerful.
Because it doesn't matter if it's an investment that puts money in your pocket, because that investment did something up here for you. Your mental health is the most important, because not only does it help you get to where you want to go, right? As far as inspiration, as far as staying positive and manifesting great positive things for yourself, but it also affects every organ in your body
Absolutely.
on a cellular level, and it makes your life longer. So if you want a good quality life, investing in yourself, investing in a microphone,
Give it to 'em. Yes.
and a microphone that is going to make your sound so clear that it can get accepted onto Pandora. Like a lot of people don't understand, especially like that are just getting into music, right? They'll buy whatever they can to get started, and I encourage you to do so.
Absolutely.
Yes.
But once you do start that investment, continue to put money aside and save, and continue to get those upgrades, because you'll get rejected from certain platforms because your sound quality isn't where it needs to be. You'll get rejected from FM radio stations if you want your stuff to get played on an FM
Same thing
radio
on the-
station
on the-
because of the sound quality.
On the
man.
big side, like when it comes to us shooting these movies,
Yes.
Oh,
Netflix
yeah.
has a list of cameras
Yes.
that's like, yo, it's Netflix approved or not.
You got it. No, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
No,
They got a whole
I
list.
wondered about that side
Yeah.
of that. Dang. Okay, so to clear a movie, you gotta meet a certain requirement.
Yeah, there's crazy requirements.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's why
See?
there's so many like platforms opening up for quote unquote lower budget,
Yeah.
films.
Films.
But yeah, man, you want to get in front of that audience,
Yeah.
like a Netflix, yeah, it's gonna take a lot.
It's a lot. See,
Yeah.
tell
You need that
man.
budget, man. Yeah, it's a lot for sure.
You know,
but it's the same thing, musically. If you really want to get to the next level and start touring and doing all of this, your stuff has to be right.
It has to.
It
man.
has to be
I'll
right.
tell you early on. Again, that's where the naiveness comes in, man. And I push it, man. Just learn what you need to learn, man. You don't know it all. You know what I'm saying? You sure
Find some
fucking
people
don't.
that know how to do it. And
That's what I'm
build a
saying, man. Like,
relationship with
don't let that
Yeah.
ego get out. Leave the ego at the door. That's what I tell everybody,
Yeah.
man. Because
there's no way you can do this all by
Nope.
yourself.
you can't do it by you.
There's
Need,
no
you
way.
need a solid team.
Like your producers, your sound engineers, your beat cooks, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Your people out there making instrumentals and everything. Don't take those people for granted.
Yeah,
If
please
those
don't, man.
No.
That's the
Do not do
foundation.
that.
That's the
Do not
foundation,
do
man.
that.
I'll tell you, there's a lot of work that goes in.
Yeah.
You know, being the producer, the engineer. I mean, that's all, I know what it's like to do both. But I'll tell you, my strong point right now has just been the creating. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Really getting to the artistry, because I've been behind the board so much for all these years. You know, I'm getting to the true artist part of it again.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? For me, and so
Yeah. And
it's-
there's been a lot of times where, we were in like at Beat Hog Studio, or we were at in California with the homie Joe
Yeah.
out there. He is a legend. If you haven't heard of Joe,
Shout out to Joe, man.
Yeah, then you don't-
He keeps
you
it
don't
incognito,
know.
man. I don't even remember the
He be
name
so
of the,
low key.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
like,
low
like
key.
hardcore, man.
Low
The
key.
homeboy Opina, man. He took us out. We went out there and Hypnotic. Shouts out to those two from California. Yeah, we went up there and shot some videos and shot some scenes at the homie Joe's studio. And at the time, really didn't understand who this man was.
Yeah.
This man named Joe, right? But when we got there and I got to meet Joe and sit in, he's legendary guest producer, bro. Like,
That's so dope.
he's got
man.
some like hidden like rock records that he produced.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if he produced for Kiss, man, or like all these, but there were some big names, and he had them in the vault. He talked about them,
Yeah.
but
What I've learned, I'm gonna tell you this. What I've learned, I go to these big studios, and I'm always looking for the person who's not saying anything, who's like sitting in the corner.
yeah,
Cause I'm like, yo,
that's
dude,
Joe.
fucking like,
He don't
Yeah.
talk.
he owns
Man, a
his
few
whole
words.
place, or like he knows something. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like he's here for a reason.
Here for a reason.
And
That-
usually when you pull them over and talk to them, they're just so like to themselves.
Yeah.
They're just, they just don't talk.
yeah, they don't talk, man.
Yeah.
But
They
man,
just
when they
back it
start
up with their
opening
work.
up, and
Yeah.
you're like, man, you do all of that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was like the homie Joe. Like he started to talk after a while, and then he busted out the guitar and he was playing some Kiss.
Would have never known.
Never known, man. He was like, "What about this?" You say you don't kiss, and he started playing some chords.
Oh yeah.
That's
some riffs,
wild.
and I was like, "Damn,
You
man, he's
never
true.
know, man.
You never know, man. That's just some Kansas homies, like,
Yeah.
up in California for a couple of days doing what we love
That's
to do.
so
Oh yeah. And to this day, every time like I've noticed multiple people who have or pushing day near almost 1 million views now
Absolutely.
that I noticed were in that studio in the background in their
Yeah.
live feeds. I was like,
Yeah, I've been seeing-
they're
I've
up
been
there
seeing
with
it,
Joe.
He works with a variety of artists, man, but a lot of Chicano rap artists. I've been seeing Midget Loco up there, Opina goes up there, Hypnotic's up there.
Yeah.
Little G, he was formerly of High Power back in the day. He got his own thing going on. Not King Lil G, but another guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see them up there with Joe
Yeah.
in the studio, man. So
Major-
shouts out to Joe. I think where were we at?
major
San Bernardino?
players.
Was that
Yeah.
San Bernardino? Or was
that was over there by Riverside.
Riverside?
Yeah, okay,
We're in
for
the
sure.
Riverside area.
Absolutely.
Yeah, in the Riverside area. And so we've been really blessed. We've also been very blessed to travel a lot. We did a lot of traveling during COVID. We took advantage of those low
awesome.
Yes.
air flights.
Yeah,
did a lot
absolutely.
of
They're
traveling.
giving them away.
Yeah, they were just like, here, take
They're
these.
giving them away.
We were definitely
Yeah.
taking advantage of it. It was weird, landing from KCI and landing in Vegas, and Vegas was just empty.
Empty.
and
great.
LAX. We landed in LAX, and it was just weird.
Yeah.
It was weird, man. It was like this is supposed to be like some of the most busiest airports.
Wow.
Yeah,
our country,
being out
man,
in
so-
Riverside and all you can do is eat outside because all the indoor. You can't eat indoors. You can
Yeah.
only eat outside on the patios and everything. And then like the dispensaries are only doing like delivery.
That's it. Yeah.
Because you couldn't even go inside. There was a few dispensaries we were able to go inside.
Yeah.
But they still weren't doing everything that they normally do because some of them had like coffee bars and like hookah bar type stuff that they weren't even utilizing. They were only utilizing just what they, for the herb and stuff like that. And so, that was pretty cool and pretty interesting. We did some mountain climbing.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, that we shot a music video up on top of a mountain.
Yeah, it's the video is on YouTube. It's called So Gangsta. If you guys haven't seen it,
Sick and Twisted So Gangsta.
Yeah, Sick and Twisted music group. So Gangsta featuring Hypnotic and the homeboy El Chingon. Yeah, man. So yeah, you'll see that a lot of the footage is in California, but we had to take a hike. It was like it seemed like a 4-mile hike.
It was
hours. And at that time, man, it was really hot.
Yeah,
and Cali and Big C was I was way bigger. I wasn't in shape at that time. I was like not healthy.
Yeah,
and so I damn near died out there, bro. It was crazy. I wasn't prepared.
You got
for
it
that
done
heat.
though.
Got it done.
Yes.
Got it done.
Got the video done.
Saw the mission through.
Yeah. It was dope, man. I mean,
yeah, and we shot Steady Mobbin' as well. That same weekend, we shot
that's
2
also
music
out on
videos.
YouTube, Steady Mobbin'
Yeah.
featuring Opina.
Yeah, out on all platforms and also a music video out on YouTube as well. Chingon actually shot that music video.
Yeah, ITM Dope Star, man.
Yeah,
Shouts out to the
ITM
homie El
Dope Star.
Chingon. He's from
Yeah.
Hutchinson, Kansas as well.
Yeah.
Got shouts out to homies, man, because again, there's a lot of work that goes into this shit, man. So there's a lot of people behind the scenes, man, that do get missed and don't get their flowers, you know what I mean? And the homeboy Chingon, man, he in that time period was a real big influencer, pusher,
For
like
sure.
go out there and get it and shit like that, man. So I think going back to what you said about 2025, man, I think we're gonna take what we implemented from the homies and just continue with that, man. And it's to go out there and make sure we're touching people.
Yeah, that's important.
We're reaching,
Absolutely.
we're reaching out and we're touching the fans. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
we're out here and really being active in the field, man. Because I think artists need to get out more. I mean, it's a lot of these artists coming up, younger artists.
They house rappers.
House rapper. Everything's
are.
portable. Everything's
Yeah.
so accessible now, man. It's like that's just one small part of what needs to happen. What needs to happen though, really, man, to get your face out there, man. Like,
Yeah. Which kudos to you guys for, understanding, the technical side of things, the social media side of things and how to get your face everywhere, you know what I'm saying, as far as like digitally, but
in order to build a fan base.
Yeah, but in order
you
to
gotta
build
touch
a
people.
loyal fan base,
Yes,
one that
loyal.
is gonna to stay with you for 17 years, like Sick and Twisted, we have certain fans out there that have followed us from day one since I was a teenager.
That's awesome.
Yep.
That's
that
so dope.
have every Sick and Twisted shirt that's ever been made by us.
Yeah, it was a trip. She was at a parade in Salina, like a couple parades ago, I think. But a homie was walking down Santa Fe Street, Salina, had a Sick and Twisted T-shirt on.
That was in the parade.
One of the original print ups, man. That we did a show out there in like 2018, and people were eating up the
That's
shirts.
dope, man.
You know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I snapped a little picture of that shit, and I was like, man, see that right there was just like kind of like a testament to like I needed it that day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For some reason, I needed that day, and I seen it, and I was just like, "Damn!" See what I'm saying? Like, you never know.
You never know.
I didn't know who's
who's watching, who's following.
Yeah,
That.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if you just like the shirt for the shirt, but it still had to get to that person somehow, some way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just, man, guys, keep putting that work in, man. Keep remain 10 toes down. Do not give up, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do not give up. I've seen you like reinvent. And that's the thing.
Yeah,
like you have
absolutely.
you can't stay the same, man. You have to be open to change. Change sometimes doesn't feel the best. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, man, if you just stick the course, man. We've had people, man, who want to just ride the momentum.
Yeah.
You know, we're not saying we're the biggest artists out here. You know, there's so many more artists doing like numbers and stuff like that, right? But man, like we're out here really
Yeah.
really getting after it.
And
know
you
what I'm
can't be
saying?
closed-minded about your events either.
Yeah, you can't.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just gonna perform on an event that it has nothing but rappers on it, or nothing
Don't
but
do that.
nothing but hip hop
Yeah.
on it. You know what I'm saying?
After a while, everything
Yeah.
starts sounding the same.
It does.
Yeah,
it
you
does.
gotta be a part of events like we did the Cinco de Mayo in Evergy Plaza that had over 600 people there this year.
downtown Topeka.
They had the bandas out there, the mariachis, they had the dancers, and they had Sick and Twisted and Chucho out there.
That's
You know,
dope.
That's right, man.
That was a good event then for sure.
It was and just
amazing.
the fact that the city of Topeka, again, our state's capital.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Again, was taking a chance on
rap.
on
For sure.
on
Absolutely.
Chicanos, man, who rap, you know, and you know, if you look at me, you probably walk across the street. Some people do, you know, but the city, man, they really like the music. You know, we had people come up to us up in Kansas City, whole different city, you know, but they're like, man, we seen you guys moving, and like we're wondering, like, who's their manager, like who gets them these gigs? Because like we're seeing people like us.
Yeah.
Like a homie, Cholos, or you know whatever, with the Stilo, and like they're up there with like how they do that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and I'm telling you, like we're not paying for gigs like that these days. Like it is strictly off of respect and the network that we've built.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I think the people who bring us on events, they know that like, man, these guys are they're gonna deliver.
Yeah.
Whether they go
Yeah.
first, second, third, last, they're gonna set it off. You know, so it was such a blessing to see the city of Topeka again back Chucho
Absolutely.
up. You know, because again, people, you know, of all creeds and colors and stuff like that seen us. You know, we're getting on platforms that isn't just like a Chicano platform. It isn't, you know what I mean? It's people, it's big events.
So let me ask you this before we close
Yeah.
and before my next battery runs out.
Yeah, that's how we do it.
Man, this is going really well. How do people get a hold of you guys?
So we're available on all social media platforms.
Yeah, I need all the ads, all everything.
Yes, man. So we'll start with Snapchat, all right?
Come on.
On Snapchat, you can find me at Big C620. On Instagram, you can find me under Alejandro_Big C620. And then on Facebook, man, it's just my government name, man. It is what it is. Look up Alejandro Garcia, aka Big C, Big Conejo. That's me of Sick and Twisted Records. What else, man? What else have we got out here?
Yeah,
I got a link tree as well.
But if somebody just Googles Sick and Twisted Records, y'all are
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
yeah,
right
it's
there.
gonna pop
Yeah,
up.
right there.
It will.
Yeah,
It'll
just
pop
Google
up right
Sick and Twisted
away.
Records, it'll pull up. Yep.
And we do have our business page, which is Sick and Twisted SA on Facebook. You can look that up. It's got Big C's been updating it and everything, so it's got some pretty recent content and information on there as well. And then of course you can find me at Pachuca S&T on Snapchat. You can find Pachuca 785 on Instagram. And you can also find me as Alicia Garcia on Facebook as well. It's, you know, you can follow me. Unfortunately, my friends list is maxed out,
yeah.
but you
I know
can
how that
press
is.
the follow button. Yeah, you can press the follow button and everything. And we are in the process of getting our website and everything created.
Shouts out to Twan Sack,
yeah.
man. That's a
shout out Twan.
that's a real one right there.
He's the real reason why I was at the Bone Thugs and Harmony concert, man.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what's up. Same here,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
That's the homie. You
He
know?
said, "Hey, man, you want to lock in?" I said, "Absolutely."
Absolutely. that's what we said,
Yeah.
man. We go back with
I'll
him.
be there. Yeah.
We brought him out to Hutch during that time period when COVID was hitting. And so yeah, we go back with Twan Sack, man. I go back with his Cadillac Love track when it came out, you know what I mean? So it's a blessing again, Twan Sack, man, you know what I'm saying? He's been kind of helping us out a little bit, showing us a little bit of guidance.
Yeah.
Because that's just, you know, again, we don't know everything. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So he's helping us out with some things that we need to get in line, and that it's kind of been taking a little bit of time to do. But again, that's again to emphasize, you know, don't be naive. You know, don't use the YouTube beats, guys. Get out there, get your custom beats, pay your producers, pay your beat makers. It's all worth it. I'm telling you, because again, we made a lot of music over the years. We've been doing this for 17, I think almost 18 years, man. And I'll tell you what, a lot of those years, a lot of those music couldn't use it.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? It's a hard lesson to learn. But I'm telling you what, the content that Big C's dropping now, Chucho, Pachuca, the time was right. Things happen for a reason. We had to reinvent, had to get the team built through networking. That's key, networking.
Yes.
Don't be afraid to network. Don't be afraid to answer your phone. Don't be afraid to text, answer text. Open up a little bit to people. Communication's key.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't be afraid to give your business card out to somebody that's a fire rock artist that you just saw perform somewhere random.
They'll need.
Don't be afraid to give it out to that country musician that did really good that you saw that just popped up at a bar.
And don't be afraid to compliment people.
Compliment people. Give them the flowers, man.
Rappers
don't be afraid to do that.
Shit, we're the first ones to tell you. I can speak for myself, but I'll be the first one to tell you fucking killed it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
I'm that way too.
I will be somebody's biggest fan, man.
In real time, man.
Oh yeah, no joke. Yeah. I'm definitely that person that's like running in front of everybody in the crowd, like trying to get a hold of that person to get their contact info somehow, some way. Because even if I don't have an event coming up that I'm a part of throwing or whatever, people are constantly asking us, do you know anybody that does this genre of music? Do you know anybody? Who would you recommend?
Yes.
And so I literally have a stack of business cards. I don't care how long it's been since I've talked to that person. If that person comes to mind, I'm gonna give that shout out to that person. I'm gonna give that business to that person because I mean, if I can't do it, I know somebody who can.
Yes,
and
I'll tell you, we went so long again not having that, being a little naive and thinking we could do everything ourselves. Eventually, I'll be able to make beats and we yada yada yada. It's too much, man. You know what I'm saying? So again, just utilize. Find a good team, man, and build with each other, and just don't be naive, man.
Oh yeah, because
that's just
I rap and I sing.
All I gotta say about that shit.
Yeah, I rap and I sing and I write, but I sometimes I need bro's help to get past a writer's block or somebody else's, and sometimes my vocal voice doesn't necessarily fit the song. You know,
that's maturity right there.
Yeah.
Facts.
And I'm okay with it.
It's like you got to know when to like, okay, it ain't for me.
Yeah.
And I will be in the studio even if I'm not on that song, supporting that artist who is doing a hook for Big C or Chucho or whatever. I will be in there supporting that artist.
Absolutely.
Especially one that's never been recorded before, that we discovered out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like I will always be that person. I will always be there because it's it's about cross marketing.
Yes.
Come on, man.
And building a network. And I have never gotten the chance, maybe once, to work with another female artist. Female artists are even harder to get to collaborate than male artists in the industry. And so, any females out there that want to work with Pachuca, that either want to rap or sing or harmonize with me or anything like that, do not be shy.
Let's get it.
Reach out to me on social media. I will work with you. I'm not that person that's ego tripping. I want to help you help yourself, and I want to get better as an artist too, because there's always something that you can learn.
Absolutely.
Especially as a vocal artist, there's always something that I can learn that somebody did that I've never heard before, that I can apply to my own stilo and build as an artist. So, I really want to, thank you so much, Angelo.
Yes, thank you.
No problem.
For bringing us
like
out
I said,
here today,
we've been
my
trying
friend.
to come out here for a little minute. Me and Pachuca, man. Again, we
absolutely
we watch everything from a distance, man. It's it's like that Suge Knight, what he say, not being all up in the videos. You know what I'm saying? Like, come to Death Row, like, 'cause, man, we're behind the scenes as well as much as we are in front of the camera and stuff like that. But I'm telling you, man, like, we watch and we see who's doing what out here. You know what I mean? Shouts out to Hippie K. I really see that man out
here. Yeah.
Shout out to Hippie.
Doing his thing.
Yeah. We've had the blessing of having him perform for us before.
Yeah.
And he's
shout out EKM.
amazing.
EKM.
Doing great, man.
EKM, man, need to get up on there too, man.
Yes.
Get up and check you out too, man.
And
See you guys doing your thing too, being creative. You know, Humble Greatness, man. Everybody out here in Wichita, you guys are doing your thing. We see you guys.
Oh yeah.
Again, if you're a Chicano rap artist, man, a Latino rap artist, and you want to collaborate, you want to work, network. Again, we got these lowrider shows, man. We got events that are going to be coming up in 2025. But you got to be serious about your craft, man. You know what I mean? And we're always down to work and uplift the next artist.
Yeah.
Man, so.
Man, I truly appreciate you guys, man.
Thank
you guys for everything. I'm gonna put everybody's at the bottom. Don't be afraid to hit us up.
Get at it,
like I always say at the end. Thank you guys, man.
Oh,
Another episode of Humble Talks.
Yes, thank you.